now that we know our functionality works with importing, exporting our composables, I'm just going to create a new one. So instead of having to go through Postman and clicking new, I'm going to attach this to the home.vue. So just going back here to check on the routes in our app.js in our backend up here, we can see again, this is just the route. So again, we've done this in Postman and basically the route we need. And that is fitting together with what we have in here with /new, right? And this is why we have Flanders and go to Canada for, oops, I did something here, for the when we do a static one. So right now it's always this one when we do it. I just wanted to show you that we're using the new one here. Good. So if we go to our to-do view here, we're going to, first of all, I'm just going to put a button after this one here. So after my div, I don't want the button to be iterated. I just want it to be once. So btn, oh, I hope this works now. Probably won't because the system is annoying. It did. So in here, I'll just create a button. So new to-do static. So we know it's static stuff. So just to make sure we have a button here, it does nothing when we click it. And we're going to attach a @click function. Oh, how do I do this on this keyboard? There we go. @click, @click, and the function I'm going to do or call is just new to do's, right? So this is the function I want to invoke when I call it. So if I save this, refresh, and do this, it's just going to give me an error because nothing is happening, right? It's trying to invoke a function that doesn't exist yet. I could create it in here really quickly. So create a function called newTodo and then pass it in. But since I already have my to-do CRUD set up here, I'm going to add it in here instead. So we might as well, right? So up here, after the get all to do, which ends here, I'm just going to do a new one called const new to do. So this is the one I want to use for my adding a new, in this case, static to do. So we can just click it and add to the thing, right? So we're going to do a fetch as well as before. And in this one, I'm going to copy the link from up here. That was probably a little bit faster. So, but instead of doing the slash, well, I closed it, didn't I? Instead of doing just the slash, we want to have created a new. So we do, or so not just to do, we need to do /new for this router here to work, right? So now we're invoking this router from the Express one, so that Vue will use this to create a new one. And here again, we're just invoking the other router. So /new to use this specific route created again in here, so it fits together. And once we have this running, we can actually test to see what happens when we do this, right? So let's do a little test here. So for this to work as well, I need to export this or use the return to expose it. So, oops, I'm going to do a new line here. So I'm going to expose it in my return. So down here we have new. I'm exposing this now, and then in my to-dos view, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to have it here as well, and up here, I need to add new to do. Not to do as well. So since we're destructuring that word, we need to add it here. So we also grab this information from inside. We don't have an error right now, so that's good. So let's see what this does. When I hit new to do, we get an issue with this being not found, which is all right because we can't just do this because we're running it through a browser. As you can see up here, if I do to do, I'm probably getting an error, right? So I can just pass this through here, like I could with receiving. I can receive the data, but I can't pass it through. So we need to that's a Danish word, to declare how we're going to do these things, right? So what sort of method are we using to, like, what do you want to do? And if we go back to Postman, you can see I have a delete here because of testing something. So if I just do a post for new, you can see I have post, I'm doing this specific thing. I'm not doing a get, right? We can do this for browser. We can use a post directly through the browser. So in Vue, we need to declare that we're going to use the post method. And this is also why in my app.js file, if I go to the top, you can see here in this line 11, that we have with our course, we have access control, allow methods. And in here, I have right now post. So this is now able to being used through Vue up against the Auth3 REST API and up against Mongoose, so it will accept these things. So if I remove this, we can like, let's do a like quick test. No, let's do a test afterwards if I remember. But now we will be able to do this one here. So back in our todo's CRUD.js, I'm going to attach the method, and to do this, I'm inside this one here. So inside the parentheses here, you just do a separation with comma, you create your object, and then you type in the method you want to use. And in this case, I want to use post. So if I click save now, and let's go and see what this does to our system. If we do static and I hit refresh, it's not updating automatically, that's fine. But now you can see I actually got a new one. So by adding the post here, we're telling the system or Mongoose and everything behind the backend to accept what we're sending because of this. So if I go back into my app and I remove post, I save, and it should be updated. And if I do a refresh and I do this, oh, it still accepts that. I didn't expect that one, but right. Well, maybe the put is that was a curious one, but I know some of these doesn't work if you don't attach them. I don't know why this works. That is odd, but make sure it's here just to future-proof everything. I don't know if the course is doing something, but it's supposed to be here at least. Whoops on me then. But this is how how we did our added a new to-do with static data. And in the next one, I'm going to show you how we can delete a specific one.